I'm noticing like when it comes to emotions, I feel like a lot of times nowadays we hear like your emotions are valid, you're entitled to how you feel and everything, but like I feel like that's not always the case cuz for example, I was mad about something earlier today and I had to go before God because I'm like just the amount of anger that I was internally feeling and just the thoughts that I was having out of anger, it was just like unacceptable in my opinion, or just not even my opinion, objectively, because the Bible talks about that the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Now I'm not saying don't be mad, but because the Bible also says to be angry and sin not, but what I am saying is that it does get to a point where the anger can be excessive. And like I notice a lot of times when I'm feeling angry, I also feel convicted about my level of anger. Like I'm in a space in my spiritual walk with the Lord where I get more convicted by my reaction, or I get more upset, or I get more bothered by my reactions to situations than the situations themselves. Like, for example, like this is why I feel like your emotions are not always valid. Like, I mean, you're allowed to feel how you want to feel, but it's not always justified. Like if you do something to somebody and then they respond and then you get mad at their respond, you can feel that way, but you in the wrong. How you gonna be mad that somebody else is mad because you did something? That's not right. That's not valid. Um and it's in those moments where I have to try and go before the Lord. And I've said what I'm just saying right now out loud, and I'm like, let me practice what I preach. Cause I be talking to myself, saying what I just said to you right now, and then I get mad, and I don't want to correct myself, but I have to push through that because the flesh is like our biggest enemy, and I just feel like emotions are not always valid. If you're in the wrong, you're allowed to, in the sense that like you can feel however you want to feel, in the sense that it's your freedom, it's your right, but not all feelings are right. Like I know that for a fact, because in certain situations I'm like, once I get to a certain level of anger, it's not even about what I'm angry about. Now I'm asking myself, why am I this mad? Why is this bothering me this much? This should not be bothering me this much. And then I get more mad about that than whatever it is I was mad about from the beginning. So that's why I believe in my heart that not all feelings are valid. If you're in the wrong, if you're in the wrong, and I know it doesn't feel good to the flesh, but I don't believe that it's good to be mad at somebody's reaction to something that you did. That's a prime example of why I believe that not all emotions are valid. And we can't always listen to our emotions, and this is coming from somebody that used to always pay attention to how I feel. Or I'm not even gonna word it like that, because it's not bad to pay attention to how you feel, but you cannot let those feelings dictate how you move and how you make your decisions. So that's what I learned. Like, I might feel like I want to blow up a building because somebody looked at me the wrong way. But does that make that a valid feeling? No, that's not a valid feeling. That's wicked. I feel like there's a misconception about like the desires, or it's not bad to desire things. Some desires are bad. And I feel like that needs to be talked about more. If you want to blow up a building, that's an evil desire. Regardless of whatever it is, that's a bad desire. And I don't know. I just feel like everything is like kind of mushy nowadays, just based on how you feel. And it's like I get so bothered by myself because I get offended so easily, and I get offended that I get offended so easily. Let me stop trying to be a wordsmith. I get mad. It's like I get offended, or not offended. I get mad at the fact that I get so mad, because it's like that wasn't even it. That wasn't really even anything to be mad about, and that bothers me that I get offended by things so easily. I do believe feelings are good. I believe therapy is good. I believe all of that is good. I believe that acknowledging how you feel is good, but you have to move on from that. You have to forgive people. You can't let your feelings dictate you. And I know that's easier said than done, because we're imperfect beings. We're fallible. We're sinful inherently, but we have to fight. That's why we have to fight against the flesh.